Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. On this video, I want to show you guys how to make these beautiful towers that are perfect for a party or for a baby shower. The things that we're gonna need is 24 roses, about 24 to 30 strawberries. I'm gonna use this chocolate. This is Candy Melts from Wilton, but you can use any color, any chocolate. This is a cone that I'm going to be using. This is a 4x9 and you can find this at Walmart or Michael's. Also, I'm going to be using gold leaves. These are edible. Also, we're going to need toothpicks or skewers. The first thing we're going to do is wash your strawberries really good. And one thing that is very important is that your strawberries should be at room temperature. Next, we're gonna dry our strawberries. I like to place them in a towel so that way it absorbs all the water, and then we can dry them with a paper towel. And now we're ready to melt the chocolate. I'm gonna melt it in the microwave, and I wanna show you guys how I do it because I know that a lot of people still having trouble, especially with this brand, with the Wilton brand, and for me it's been really easy to use it, especially if you do it this way. You're gonna melt it for 30 seconds, you're gonna remove it from the microwave and just kind of move around the chocolate. It looks like you're not doing nothing, but trust me, if you take it out, you kind of let the cup cool off a little bit. When you place it back, you put it back for another 30 seconds and you do the same thing. You take it out, move it around, and then put it back for another 30 seconds. As you can see, this chocolate, it's almost ready, but I'm still gonna put it for another 15 seconds. And as you can tell, it was like a minute and a half that we had to melt it, and it's ready. It's very important that when you're melting your chocolate, you don't get distracted and go do something else. It's really important that you stay there until you're ready to melt it. As you can see, this is almost ready, but you can see that it gets a little bit hard on the spatula. So what we're gonna do right now is just leave it for like 10 minutes and we're gonna let it cool off for a little more. And look, the chocolate is very runny and is ready to use. Always let your chocolate cool off, and that's gonna help. And now we're ready to cover our strawberries with the chocolate. It's very easy, just dip it into the chocolate, make sure it covers all the way to the top of your strawberry. Now I'm going to be applying some of these sprinkles. They're like white pearls, and it's important that you apply them before the chocolate gets hard. Also, I'm just going to put a little bit so that way it doesn't look too busy, and they're going to look much better. Now we're going to move into the pink chocolate, and we're going to do the same thing. Just going to move your strawberry around so you can get all the chocolate all the way to the top. And you can kind of help yourself with the other hand so that way all the excess drips down so your strawberry won't be too heavy. Now that I have all my strawberries covered in chocolate, I'm going to remove the toothpick. Now we're gonna move into the next step. We're gonna glue the cone in the cake pad, and we're gonna be using a silicone gun. We're gonna make sure that the cone is centered in the cake pad, and just make sure that you put enough silicone, that way the tower won't move. And now we are ready to design our tower. I have my flowers ready. I cut the stem. You have to make sure that you cut it all the way on the flower, just leaving the rose, so that way you won't have trouble when you place them in the cone. You're gonna put the toothpick about an inch up from the tower. That way you have enough room for your roses. And one thing that I wanted to mention is that these roses, I buy them from a local store here around my house. These are organic flowers, so they don't put a lot of pesticides. Now we're gonna move on to the second lane, and on this lane we're gonna be placing the strawberries and some flowers. For these ones, we're gonna place a toothpick kind of upwards, and this is so the strawberries won't move. They're gonna be more stable this way, and also they're gonna look much nicer. This is gonna be the back part of the tower, and we're gonna be placing one rose all the way to the top. In the other hand, in the front, this is gonna be the front of the tower. We're gonna place our roses kind of like in a way of a zigzag, so it can look much nicer. I want to mention one thing to you guys, that sometimes you might have to play around with the strawberries just because they're not all the same size. So sometimes if you get two big ones, you might have to play around with them and just put a small one and a bigger one. Just don't get discouraged. You might have to remove some of your strawberries and kind of redo your arrangement. But don't worry, don't get discouraged. It's really fun. Also, the roses, some of the roses are a little bigger, so you might have to remove some of the petals. And on the top, I'm gonna place this rose. It's gonna look really nice. And we are almost done with our design. Now we're gonna do one final step. I'm gonna place these gold leaves. These are edible. They look really nice on the strawberries. To place these ones, you're gonna need a little bit of vodka. And if you don't wanna use vodka, you can use lemon juice. And you're gonna need one of these brushes, any brush that it's brand new. All you have to do is just kind of wet the brush a little bit with the vodka and just place it on the strawberry. And it's very easy. It looks so nice on the strawberries. And I want to show you guys one last thing, is that if you want to cover the spaces in between the strawberries, you can cover them with the petals from the roses. All you have to do is just roll them and maybe cut them a little bit because they're a little bit long, and just place them in the spaces, and they're gonna look really nice. It kind of covers the spaces, and it looks like if you have small flowers in between. So this is how our tower looks with our roses and strawberries. I love these towers. They look beautiful. They're perfect for any party, for a baby shower, for even a wedding. They look beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you guys did, don't forget to subscribe, to like my video, leave me a comment, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.